Hey, it's Jocelyn here with the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I am excited that you are joining me today. If you are listening to this episode, it comes out typically on a Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, I like to do pregnancy-focused, positivity, encouraging episodes, where I encourage you to find positivity in pregnancy. Pregnancy was a super hard season for me. I hated it. I had always wanted a bigger family growing up, but pregnancy kind of stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, what am I thinking? Do I even really want to be pregnant this many more times? It was hard. A lot of the hardness was in my thoughts, was mentally. Well, actually, a lot of it was physically as well. There are many physical changes with pregnancy that are very difficult. But if you have negative thoughts, it amplifies all of the hard physical changes and you begin to hate it, as I did. I really disliked pregnancy. I had a hard time staying positive. I was depressed a little bit during pregnancy and just felt there was really not a light, especially during that very sick phase where you feel carsick and terrible all the time. I craved for positivity. I would lay on my couch and just wish there was something positive out there that I could listen to or repeat in my mind to help me to find more positivity in pregnancy. But there didn't seem to be much out there, at least that I could find. I did find some specific, pregnancy-specific written out affirmations, but no, really good, solid, positive, uplifting, videos. That's what I wanted. And when I found this out, I was kind of prompted. God revealed to me that I needed to be that light. I needed to shed that light in pregnancy to help these other women out who were just like me, who hated pregnancy, but wanted to like it. They wanted to have more kids, but they were scared to have more kids because of how miserable pregnancy was. So God kind of planted the seed after my second pregnancy that I needed to start finding ways to enjoy pregnancy better. I did get pregnant 2.5 more times. I had 2 more babies after baby number 2 and a miscarriage. And the only reason I got through that is because I did try and find the mindset tools to help me through that time, to help me through the pregnancy. And I want to share those mindset tools with you. I have a mini course that I've created called Positive Pregnancy Program, because that's what it is. It is a program that encourages you to be positive, to find positivity. They are simple 1 to 2 minute videos that you can watch or listen to while laying on your couch or your bed. If you're sick and you don't feel like moving, but you know your mind is in the gutter and you need to help get your mind out of the gutter, this is what that program was made for you. It was made for those women who want to find more sacred beauty in pregnancy, but are having a really hard time. It comes little by little, one line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, with each little thought and video. I know you want to find a more positive pregnancy. Let this course help you. Let it guide you and direct you in helping to find those positive thoughts when you can't seem to do it on your own. The link is in the show notes. It is the top link to the Positive Pregnancy Program, and you can find out more information to see if it's going to be the right program for you. I'm rooting for you, Mama. I want you to find a more happy and positive pregnancy. So click on that link in the show notes, and let's do this together. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Thanks for joining. Okay, today we are going to talk about when should you go into the doctor. So maybe worry is starting to kind of creep in under your skin and you're getting a little worried about something that is going on in your pregnancy. And today I want to kind of give you some insight on when you should go to the doctor or when it might be okay to stay home. but give you some insight and thoughts regarding that to help you know if this is like an emergency or if you should stay home. The first thing I want to tell you is to always go with your gut feeling. Try to go with your gut feeling anyway. I know this can be really hard, but try to go with that mother's intuition. I do believe it is there for a reason. We have these spiritual promptings and insight to help us know if something's wrong or if we need extra care to help get us through this pregnancy and this phase. When I was pregnant with my second baby, I had a headache that was really strange. It made the left side of my face numb, and my tongue was tingly, and then my hand started getting tingly too. And I was scared. I was so stinking scared when I felt this. And when you're feeling something really out of the normal and strange like this, I encourage you to see your doctor or to go in. And that's exactly what we did. It was actually after doctor hours, but we went to the emergency room because I didn't know if I was having a stroke or if I was going to die. All of these thoughts kind of run through your mind when you're scared and when you're unsure of what's going to happen. So we did go to the doctor that time, go to the emergency room, and it was the strangest thing, but after 30 minutes or so, it kind of went away. But we did go in for that, and finding out further, it kind of was a mini stroke. And he said that those can be very crucial. You need to pay attention, and if you need to go in, go in. And so I started paying attention. I think I got 1 or 2 more headaches like that, but I didn't go quite as numb, so I didn't end up going in. I just decided to wait it out. But use your mother's intuition. That gut feeling is very important. So you can wait it out for a little bit. Something that can help is to start searching symptoms. This can help to calm your mind or help you know that you do need to go in. If you have really high blood pressure, for example, that can be a very valid reason to go into your doctor or to the emergency room. High blood pressure can initiate or can be a cause of preeclampsia, which is not good for mom and baby. I had preeclampsia with my first baby that actually turned into HELLP syndrome, which is one step further than preeclampsia. So sometimes waiting it out is not the best thing to do. In that instance with my preeclampsia, I was kind of passed out. I wasn't really there, I guess, because I don't really remember any of it. I mean, there are tidbits here and there that I kind of recall, but my husband had to make the call on that one and take me in because I was not really coherent. So if strange stuff like that is happening, definitely go in. When I would get nervous with babies after my first baby, I would take my blood pressure to calm my heart. And if my blood pressure was down, I'd be like, okay, we're doing all right. I don't need to rush into the doctor right now. If you have that blood pressure cuff and you've had preeclampsia, that has been a very calming thing for me, is to reassure myself with the blood pressure. And if it's high, I would usually call the doctor and talk to them if I could. That was going to be my next tip, was to call and question it with the nurse. Sometimes you can ask these questions over the phone and they can tell you whether or not you should come in or if you're okay to stay home. Some of our worries are very valid and very real and could be very potentially harmful if we don't go in. But some of our worries are kind of overdone in our mind. So sometimes calling the doctor and speaking to the nurse, telling her your symptoms or what you're feeling and what you're worried about, can confirm whether or not you need to come in or if you might be okay to wait it out. This can be a really hard and difficult thing for women who don't want to go to the doctor a lot or who are scared of the money it will cost if they go in extra. And there can be a lot of worries that way, that maybe if you go in it will just be nothing, but all of a sudden you racked up a $500 ER bill. That's how I felt when we had to go in for that time at the ER. I was a little discouraged by that, and I don't want to cause or be the cause of extra money, but at the same time, over the years, I've become quite a bit less risk averse. It's better to be safe than sorry is kind of a motto I have when it comes to pregnancy. Sometimes I will feel like waiting it out. Other times I call my doctor, and if needed, I get my appointment bumped up even, and go from there. So a lot of this episode focuses on listening to your mind and your heart and what it's telling you to do. Maybe your baby has stopped moving as much and you're concerned. Go get it checked out, get an ultrasound. It's better to be safe and sorry, but also realize that you can call your doctor with questions. You can call your doctor's office and speak to the nurses and ask them your questions. It is worth the medical bills if you have to do some extra things. It is worth you being here. It is worth you and your baby being here for your family. They need you. God needs you. Your baby needs you. And you need you. So do what your heart and mind tell you when it comes to deciding whether or not to go into the doctor. You are worth it. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight, and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out. Let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.